Hello everyone, my name is Azad Mardan. I'm the founder of Node University. I just had a phone call with just an acquaintance. He pinged me on Facebook. He sent me a message like, hey, I like your posts. I like your social updates. I'm an Uber driver and I know that's not a career. So how I can get started with programming? So he knows I've been in the programming and software engineering for many years. I founded Node University. I teach courses on JavaScript. So he was looking my advice because he knows some HTML, CSS, and he has a few friends who's been through that learning, but he doesn't know where to start, right? And my answer to him was like, hey, what is your number one goal? Like, do you really think that you would enjoy programming, or you know that you would enjoy programming? Probably no, because he never actually did it as a paid job or even as a side gig, as a product, as a project. So my first question to him was like, what is your goal? And he said something about working remotely, but then we found out that his real goal was to provide for his family. He has two young kids and he's driving as an Uber driver in New York City. And we all know the autonomous cars, the self-driving cars, they will basically in a few years they will be replacing the Uber drivers. And also it's like even if not it's like driving an Uber, driving a taxi, it's not a career. In 20, 30, 40 years you will be still, guess what, driving a taxi or an Uber, right? There's no natural progression. It's not like you'll become a manager or a director or a CEO of a taxi driving company, right? So my first question to him was, it confused him, is like, what is your goal? And I dig deeper and I found out that his goal was actually to provide for his family, to make money. And he heard that there are good perks, there are good salaries at big tech companies. So tech companies, they're the most rich companies, the companies with the best health benefits, with the better retirement plans, companies such as Google, Amazon, Facebook, and other big tech companies, right? So okay, so that's your goal, then why do you even need to learn programming, right? There are tons and tons and tons of jobs which might be better suited to your talents, to your previous background. He went to military, so maybe something less of a programming would be better for him, right? So we don't know. So he doesn't know either. For him, he thinks like, oh, you have to be a programmer to work for those companies. You have to be a hacker. You have to be a coder. No, no, no. It's a big misconception. I've been in the industry for 15 years. I know there are like at least 20 positions which you can do, especially at big companies. So let's just do a quick Google search. Facebook jobs. Okay. So the first entry, even before that, Google is so smart. Google search is so smart. The number one job here is called product manager. So it's not even a software engineer. It's not a software developer. It's a product manager. What is a product manager? Basically, you are like a founder. You like a CEO. You shape a product, you shape like a new mobile app or new website or some feature on a website. Like at Facebook, there's a Facebook chat, there's Facebook ads, there's a bunch of products inside of Facebook, right? So you become like a champion. So you gather requirements, you talk with customers, you make sure the software engineers understand what they need to do. You don't code, no, not at all. You have a lot of calls, a lot of meetings, a lot of deadlines, but no coding. So for some people, that's way better than spending time learning to code, especially if they don't like coding as a hobby. Brand strategists. So that's probably will do something with advertising and strategizing about social media marketing campaigns. Content manager. So you're gonna be probably writing blog posts, doing videos, pushing WhatsApp updates. So if we go to Facebook careers, then click on teams, then you see like a whole bunch of different non-engineering jobs, like engineering. So in enterprise engineering, yeah, that's coding. And then infrastructure, that's coding. Data analyst, oh, sometimes you don't even need to code. So for example, business integrity associate. So doesn't seem technical to me. Data sciences. So you could just use Excel spreadsheets. You can use some visual tools, just drag and drop things. You don't have to learn how to code. So don't spend your time, don't go to colleges, don't waste your time learning something which doesn't even bring you closer to your goal. Well, it might help to learn a little bit of programming, but that's not required, right? So don't spend time on things which are not required because they're luxury. Let's take a look at recruiting. Recruiting is great right now. All of those companies, they cannot hire enough developers. You can make a killing being just a freelance recruiter. You can make $10,000 to $20,000 if you bring one person. If you have 10 person every month you bring into those companies, they would be happy. They will be happy to give you that money. They cannot hire enough good people. You don't need to know how to code. You need to know the jargon, the slang. You can learn that in a week maybe. And you need to constantly follow up, to network, to know where to find smart people, how to evaluate them. But you don't do the actual coding yourself, right? Film producer and employment brand. So you creating websites like this one, how to attract engineers, how to lure them, because look at the benefits. This is crazy, like how much benefits they offer you, right? So, and you don't need to code. Same thing with Google. It's like just Google jobs on Google, and you go to the careers website. So all big companies, they have those career websites. And while it's loading, we can also load the Amazon jobs, Amazon book associate, Amazon seasonal associate, right? So Amazon is a little bit different. They have a lot of jobs in the distribution centers. So I don't think it's a good idea to go there because that will be automated pretty soon. So let's put Mountain. So you can put any major city, not just Mountain View, but that's where they have the most jobs. And then just filter it down by division. For example, oh no, let's filter out by roles. So for example, administrative, so like, hey, you can make a good salary of $80,000 to $100,000 without coding. Just if you like to learn coding later, that's fine. Just get your foot into the door. And like, if you don't know what that means, just click on it. Click technical account manager. So probably a lot of calls with clients. So just look at the description. Educate yourself. This is the first step. First step, identify your goal. Second step, educate yourself. And yeah, little bit XML, HTML. You can learn that by reading a couple books and watching YouTube videos. It's not actual programming. It's just nice to have. It's not even required. Amazon. Tokyo, Japan, different offices. So location, yeah, let's pick Seattle. Amazon is considering a second headquarter, so there would be like a huge office somewhere in the US. So again, software developer, 2,000 roles. Okay, great, but then you have almost 500 project management, so you don't need to know how to code. Finance, again, if you have a business degree already, or if you're interested to do that, that's your thing. UX, it's a good thing to enter the field, the tech field. You do a lot of customer interviews. So if you don't know about UX, again, click here, read all those terms, Google them. It will take you a couple hours, but you're not going to be stuck in just thinking, oh, you have to learn coding. You can get a nice job if that's your goal, doing a lot of other things. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments, and I'll see you in the next video.